Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carrie. I believe meeting people in person is so much more exciting than meeting someone on a dating app. Some of you will agree, some of you maybe not so much, but that's my personal opinion. You may argue that you do actually meet this person in person once you've connected on the apps first, and that's certainly true. But I think there's something more magical about connecting in the wild rather than with the apps or dating sites. And I'm going to share with you the reasons why in today's episode. I hope you'll stick around because my case for why meeting in person is way better than meeting on the apps, that's what's on the agenda. Number one, there's anticipation for a night out. I'm not saying you're always going to meet this person on a night out, but there's always a chance. You could meet them at the grocery store. We have pickup lines for that even. Or at the library, or at Home Depot, out to dinner with friends. If you do meet somebody the old-fashioned way, maybe out hearing a live band or getting out to do a little dancing, sharing a glass of wine and some appetizers with a friend, watching a game at a sports bar with another friend. The anticipation of heading out with the potential of meeting somebody can't be equaled by sitting down with your phone in hand or your laptop in front of you, perusing dating profiles. That's number one. I think I win this round. Number two, if you are heading out with a friend or a group of friends with the possibility of meeting somebody you don't currently know, the preparation for that alone can be fun and exciting. There's like a setting or a next level of awareness that gets triggered when you're heading out of your home with an idea that tonight could be the night you meet somebody fantastic. Or this afternoon, there's a likelihood someone interesting or amazing may be where you're scheduled and set to go. You don't have to wait for an actual date to put in that extra effort of picking out your nicest shirt, the one that brings out the color of your eyes. Or if you're a person who wears cologne or perfume, to use that one that you save for special occasions. Going out knowing that there could be a connection in your future is what prompts women to break out that new tube of lipstick. It starts before you even leave your house. Number three is the surprise and amazement, really, of an initial attraction. You approach someone or they approach you and a conversation ensues. There is like an inherent feeling of anticipation when you make a connection with somebody in the wild, and it's going to surprise you both and amaze you as this conversation continues, especially if it's going well. Sometimes you can get that feeling just from eye contact with another person before they approach, or you do, and then before a conversation even starts. Number four, you've been standing face to face or sitting side by side talking to this person for a while and things are really clicking and you feel it's mutual. There's a lot of smiling going on. There's body language confirming chemistry. Perhaps somebody even lightly touched the other one's arm. Ever had that feeling be electric? Can you get that from texting or even video chatting with somebody you met on Bumble or Hinge? Number five, I'm just taking this to its natural conclusion of a first evening meeting and connecting with a potential romantic partner when and if all things are going well. Things are moving forward and proceeding in the best possible way. It feels inevitable to you that you're attracted and that the feeling is mutual and romance is in the air. The possibility of that is could make a person giddy. Now, if you're a person like me who's always been extremely open to a kiss with someone I just met, in this scenario, there's a strong possibility for that first romantic kiss. I realize we are multi-generational here. My Gen Z friends are probably going to have a slightly different reaction to this scenario, and that's okay. We're all a product of all the different experiences we've had. So for this one, I'm going to appeal to my over 50 friends here specifically and ask you if there's ever been anything as exciting as those moments in your dating life over the last 50 years. Now, even if you're a person who won't kiss on a first date, you're going to have to admit that even the idea of it in this moment can never compare to anything that online dating has to offer. Where this exchange leads is dependent on a whole lot of things. People now at this point have to navigate how things are going to move forward so that they can communicate again. There's obviously an exchanging of numbers, actually following through on making plans. then keeping those plans and not ghosting one another and getting to know each other better, getting to know the person on the next level. Then it's discovering whether or not you have things in common and share similar values, mostly just getting to know them better in like every way, multitudes of ways. Do you think there's a case to be made for dating apps or online dating being more exciting than this sounds? I know there are some of you who've not had this experience or this type of scenario, so you're going to have to imagine it. I hope I did a good job there. But as somebody who's dated an awful lot and somebody who met partners in both ways, that manner and online, I just want to encourage you to get my free guide, because I'm also encouraging you to read and watch everything you possibly can on how to make yourself comfortable meeting other singles in the real world, in the wild. I have a few friends and viewers here who aren't actively putting themselves out there at all. They're not even looking to meet a partner or to partner up now. And I made them a recent episode about not being lonely, but being alone. But I can assure you that many of them in this very moment are kind of questioning that decision because a wave of nostalgia just washed over them while thinking back on these memories, and it's given them a warm, fuzzy feeling in their tummies, remembering how exciting it was to meet people and to connect in that way. So whether I've convinced you or not, I only want to end by saying options are where it's at. Not being stuck in one way of meeting a potential mate is ideal. Always having options is best. So whichever way you're currently putting yourself out there, you should be exploring or trying the other ways. Because remember, the more people you meet, the more likely you are to meet somebody you connect with. Here's a recent episode about why I created my guide. In the episode, I explain who the guide is for and all the possible reasons this guide would be made for you. Please don't forget to give the episode a thumbs up like my mom is suggesting, and subscribe before you leave. Thank you so much for being here today, and until next time, have a good one.